Welcome back to Ozarks Live. I am here with Mike Stevens from the Moxie Cinema. Mike, how are you?
I am great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we have a few movies that we want to talk about today, so let's get straight to it with a flick that everyone knows and loves, The Wizard of Oz. So first of all, give everyone a brief synopsis of this movie, and then also when we can expect it at the Moxie.
So this came out in 1939. It is what I think of as classic Hollywood era, and it is a kid-friendly movie, but anybody can watch it, and just really exemplifies that era. It follows Dorothy into this fantastical world adapted from a book of the same name, and it's free. It's part of our Moxie Flick series, which is essential movies that every kid should see before they turn 13.
Okay, awesome. And what is your favorite part about The Wizard of Oz?
My favorite part is by far when it switches from black and white, spoiler alert, to color, and it's done with practical effects. It's really amazing. You see the back of Dorothy, and really it's just somebody, the setting is black and white, very gray, and it's not actually Dorothy the actress who plays Dorothy, it's somebody who's wearing black dress. She opens the door, and then the real Dorothy in her blue and white dress walks through.
Yeah. Awesome. And you touched on Moxie Flicks a little bit. So when does that go through for those kids that are interested in coming?
It's once a month,
okay.
And the one coming up is Wizard of Oz, but we do it once a month, and it's until we're shut down. We love doing them, and it's going to be going on in perpetuity.
Okay, perfect. Now, the second film we want to get to is called Seven Samurai. This is an older flick, so give people the synopsis of this that may not be familiar with it.
So this is by a Japanese director, Akira Kurosawa, and it came out in 1954. It is what many people think of as it created the template for the action movie. It's seven rogue samurai, or people that are swordsmen that are unemployed. They get hired by a village, a poor village in Japan in 1568, to basically help them get rid of some bandits. And it's just fantastically acted, staged. It's drama in action.
Okay, now because this is a film a lot of people might not be familiar with, what do you think people will enjoy about this movie?
Well, even though it's subtitled, it's a Japanese film, you'll see a lot of echoes of films that you're familiar with. George Lucas used a lot of tropes from that. The Avengers, when you think of assembling a team, that came out of this movie. So just seeing it, and not only is it like great set pieces or great action, but seeing echoes of things that you're still seeing created today in the Marvel or DC universe, all those directors love this film. I can almost guarantee it.
Now, you mentioned this is a Japanese film, so kind of touch on a little bit how the Moxie often shows international films.
So this is part of our Essential Art House series, and we did a Russian language film last month, and we have Swedish films. Our regular programming frequently includes international titles. We have a French language film called Playground coming up. Right now we have a Macedonian film. So this is part of our mission, is to kind of, I think of it as bringing the world to the Ozarks.
Absolutely. Okay, now our last film we're going to round this out with is the recently Oscar award-winning Best Picture, Koda. So give me the rundown on this movie.
This is, it follows a 17-year-old who is a Koda, that is acronym for Child of Deaf Adults, and she's hearing. And it follows her kind of battle between trying to fulfill her dreams of becoming a singer and going to a university to study that, and helping her struggling fisherman parents. Just totally heartwarming and kind of surprising, because it explores a community that most of us in the hearing world aren't familiar with, and also got a Best Picture. Yeah. They ended up with 3 Oscars the other night.
Now I have to know, do you agree with the Best Picture win?
I actually was a sucker for The Power of the Dog. That was my pick. Or Dune. I think Dune is a fantastic movie that is also, works on a huge palette. I mean, Koda is hard to argue with. It's a beautifully made, and it's heartwarming. I think that probably in 20 years we'll be watching The Power of the Dog before Koda, though.
Yeah, I agree. Power of the Dog was also a favorite of mine.
Yeah.
So, now, Mike, tell me where people can find the Moxie online and on social media.
We are at moxiecinema.com. That's our website, and any information about not only showtimes, but what critics are saying about our movies or trailers are available there. You know, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter.
All the things.
All the socials, all the things.
Awesome. Well, Mike, thank you so much for joining us today. And everyone, go check out those movies at the Moxie. Watch a film that you wouldn't normally watch. We'll be right back.